Welcome back. Well, yes, the National Conference also focusing on security, which is our focus this morning on Sunrise Today. We're joined now by Emmanuel Ado, who is a public affairs analyst, also talks on security. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Good morning, viewers. Thank you very much.
Well, lots of meetings going on.
Yeah.
Yesterday, even before yesterday, we saw that of the West African leaders, which was held in France, with the French president being present. And then we also saw that one in Aso Rock. Although the details are still kept under wraps, but I mean, we should know what that implication is about finding, locating the abducted girls and what we're doing about it. But from what you've seen and heard and our approach towards finding girls, what do you think?
You started rightly by saying there have been lots of meetings. Naturally, you expect that. And there will be lots of meetings. The situation we are in today in Nigeria is it's not a quick fix situation. I like to look at it from two perspectives. The immediate more challenging ones is that we have these girls alive. The number we still don't know, but be them 25, whatever number, they are out there. So immediate, get these girls. See how we can solve some of these critical problems. Put the military, they've done well. I must even start by acknowledging the role the military have been playing. I don't subscribe to the view of those who are castigating the military, those who doubt the competence of the Nigerian military. Because whatever happens, what has happened in France, what has happened yesterday, and whatever, it is the Nigerian military that at the end of the day is going to do the foot work.
Well, a host of people are not saying, I don't think that you'll find any Nigerian who will tell you that the military hasn't done well. I would think that what you'll find mostly is a lot of people wondering if our military men are not just being exposed to security hazards unnecessarily. They are a little afraid as to how well equipped they are. Whether or not they have the right equipment to fight Boko Haram, what exactly is happening in the areas of technology. Those are the kind of things that I think a host of Nigerians will be worried about. What do you think about that?
I'll start by saying something. First, I know Maiduguri is about 93,000 square kilometer. Mm-hmm. I know the total strength of the Nigerian military, of the armed forces. We're talking generously, maybe 120,000. So for instance, in Maiduguri, in Borno State, if you decide to deploy the entire armed forces of Nigeria, 1 per 1 kilometer, you have everybody, including cleaners, messengers, everybody. You have about 93,000 soldiers. But because we Nigerians, we've brought certain situations on ourselves, the military is stretched. We have piracy in the Niger Delta. We have kidnapping in southeast. We have the insurgency in the northeast. We have religious tribal crisis here and there. So the military is stretched. That's one angle of it. The other one is, I don't know, because in my days as a journalist, I reported the military very, very well. I took special interest. And of course, if you grow up in Kaduna, where you have most of the military institutions, there's no way you would not take interest in the military. And then I reported the military. So now what am I saying? Shagari's government was the last government that did any major military procurement. How many years ago, Shagari? 1983. And I do know.
That's 31 years ago.
31 years ago.
Yes.
I know Obasanjo did something. I know Jonathan has done something. But again, you want to buy airlift helicopters, you can't buy it off the shelf like this pen I'm holding. You must place order, like your Boeing planes, you hear contracts being signed, delivery 3 years, 4 years. So some of the equipment they need, I'm aware about that they need, that would help. Because the big problem is, we've heard from the military, they get diverted, and then they strike this way. And then armored tank is like your tortoise. that takes time to, it crawls, it lumbers. So response time is only an airlift, Apache, Black Hawk, and the new one the British have introduced in Afghanistan, the Linus or something. Those are the fast, the quick response helicopters that you need that can take troops from here to the other.
Let me jump in, because for those who are just wondering and waiting, saying, look, okay, wait, they heard you say all of this. Are you suggesting to them or to us or to those, everyone watching, that because the military is stretched, we should accept the way it is right now?
No. They are doing the best. But what I'm saying is that first we must accept one fact. Insurgency is a very, very difficult war. And then Nigerians, in our characteristic manner, we always look for quick fix. No. Imagine all the stories our people have been dishing out. They are not being paid, this is happening, they are ill-equipped and all that, which almost gave rise to the near mutiny situation we had in the 7th Division.
I thought that was completely different.
No. It's all that we've been saying. That almost gave rise to that. I don't agree that our military is incompetent, but what I'm saying is that the insurgency is a very, very difficult war, and it is not a quick fix like most people want to see, that tomorrow they wake up and then we don't have Boko Haram insurgency. No, it's very, very difficult war.
But are we right to be worried about how the military is tackling it, considering also what you just pointed as to what happened in the 7th Division, the near mutiny that almost happened?
Caused by most Nigerians. You read all sorts of things.
Caused by most Nigerians?
Yeah.
How?
Hold on, I'll tell you. Because I've been following. When you hear people say, there's corruption in the military, soldiers are not getting their allowances. When you hear people say, the Boko Haram is better armed than the military, when you hear all those...
Let us not forget. Just a moment, sir. Let me get... Just a moment, sir. Yeah. Let's not forget that these military men have wives.
They do.
They have families.
Yeah.
And if we have to wait until people in authority... In fact, it would seem that it's only the people in authority we will take seriously. If their wives or their... what will happen, just for instance, if their wives or their family members were to take to the streets in protest? What happens?
No, what I'm saying...
Will they still be about the authorities? Are we really taking... heed from what those people are saying on the ground?
I don't think what we've been saying has been fair on the military. And we have to be...
Do you mean the military command? Because now...
The military command and...
It's very important that we separate the two.
Yeah. The military high command, I think we've been very unfair. I hate generalizations. Mm-hmm. I hate generalizations. When people generalize, there is corruption. When people question the budget, like I have the figures for the budget, United States, first, Nigeria spends less than 2.5% of its GDP on the military. We are 6th in Africa, if you talk in terms of expenditure on the military. And then we have ambitions to be a regional power. So you really have to look at the end of the day, like United States, you are talking $700 billion. Nigeria, we spent only about 0.9% of our GDP, far below that of the world average.
Is that...
Hold on. And then how much of this goes for procurement?
These figures are rather convenient in the sense that we're not looking at it in proportion as to how much our budget is. What is the chunk that we dedicate to security compared with what we give to every other area in our budget?
Well, you must take your that's why we are where we are. And if you still ask me, we need serious work. Our police force, as far as I'm concerned, in the Northeast, is non-existent. It's the military. We need to get our police right. At the end of all this surveillance and whatever, my take is that it's the human intelligence.
Okay,
At the end of the day, Osama bin Laden,
let me bring this in.
it was human intelligence that found him.
You heard the president
Yeah.
say at that meeting with West African leaders in Paris that they've been able to restrict the activities of Boko Haram to some of these fringe areas. And that happened even with the current equipment status as it is with the military.
Yeah.
So if we were able to do that, I think combined effort of the military, the DSS and all of those, if we were able to do that, restrict them to those areas where they are now, why can't we finish them off?
I'll cite an example for you. Southern Thailand, they have the same insurgency in about 3 provinces of southern Thailand. And I'm sure you've followed the latest on Thailand in the early hours. They have about 66,000 troops in that 3 regions. So compared to about 20,000 Nigerian troops in that region, we give them kudos. We say kudos to the military. But again, like I said, insurgency is a difficult war. There's no quick fix. So finish them off like the way you expect. No, it's going to take time.
I'm only speaking
it's
from...
going to take time.